have the power.
Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd, and today we're going to talk about my top 11 and what to do with Evil-Lyn. I know I had a whole video about Evil-Lyn, but I was getting ready to put them away, and all of a sudden it dawned on me that maybe my choices weren't the best ones for my top 11. So let's go ahead and break it down, and let's turn the camera around and see what we have. So here we still have our 3 Evil-Lyns, and yesterday I told everybody that this is going to replace my Evil-Lyn in my box, and I was pretty sure about that. But as I was putting them away, I was looking at all the figures on the side here that I'll pull out in a few minutes, and it dawned on me that one of the things I really liked about Masters of the Universe when I first started was all the bright, cool colors and the diversity of the colors of the characters and everything else. And as I was starting to put them away, I thought, she's just so generic. I mean, she's just regular Caucasian color with some purples. I mean, it looks good and stuff, don't get me wrong. But I wanted my top 11 origins to mirror or be similar to my top 11 that I had when I was a kid. Well, I didn't have them all when I was a kid, but my top 11 figures from the same type of figures from my childhood. And that really goes back to the yellow Evil-Lyn. Now, this yellow Evil-Lyn, as you guys know, I bought a ton of yellow Evil-Lyns just to get one with regular knees. I don't know, I went through like 9 different Evil-Lyns totally to finally get one that had regular knees. And so after all that effort and all that work, just to toss her in an extra box off to the side just seems really odd. So I have reconsidered, and then I have decided to go with the yellow Evil-Lyn to go take her place back into my top 11. And these two will be the extras that will be set aside in the extras box. So with that, let's go ahead and do the roster of the top 11. So as you guys know, I have my top 11 He-Man figures, and I talk about them all the time. And so, of course, the first one is pretty easy. Of course, it's Flea-Man. He-Man. So he is in my top 11, which makes sense because he is the main character. Now, one thing I love about Masters of the Universe and the toy line is, in reality, He-Man doesn't need to be the main character. I mean, he is because it's called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe for the cartoon. But really, for a long time, I didn't have a He-Man figure, and I still loved the lore and loved the things about it. Now, this He-Man figure has been customized a little bit. You can see he's actually sporting armor from Classics. He has my custom sword that I made. He is sporting the head from the 3-pack Prince Adam of the Classics figures. So Classics armor, Classics He-Man head, or Classics Prince Adam head. And his shield I use is from Masterverse. And his battle axe, let's see if I have it in here. What do I use for the battle axe? Digging. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Oh, I just used a standard battle axe. Da-doop. There we go. So here is my Prince Adam. My He-Man. Alright. So, of course, I also have Skeletor. Because, of course, he was my first bad guy. So, yes, he is in my top 11. Now, this Skeletor right here, he has been altered as well. He is actually from the 2-pack of Skeletor and Kronis, who was Trapjaw before he becomes Trapjaw. So basically it's a Keldor type figure. Not actually Skeletor, but he has a Skeletor head. So I used that armor. I replaced the face so it matched the coloring for the hood and swapped out the boots. But it's actually Skeletor's body, not Keldor's body. And I just like the aesthetic of the darker blue than that weird blue we had normally with Skeletor. And his weapons include, I have this Havoc staff here, but usually I have the other Havoc staff, the green one, but this will work. And, oh yeah, there's the green one. And then, you know what? I messed up on He-Man. I usually give him the silver, not the gray battle axe. Jink. I know, not much difference. There we go. Looks better to me. And then, let's see, where is his sword? And here's the sword I use, the one with the glowing green on there. It doesn't quite fit. I'll just leave it off for now. All right, so far we have 2 of my top 11. And of course, next I'd pick Evil-Lyn. Zoop, put her right there. And on He-Man's side, we have Teela. Teela. Now this Teela has also been customized a little bit in that I gave her the Masterverse head from the Masterverse Teela. I gave her the sword from the 2-pack with Zora, I believe. And then the boots are not her normal boots. I think these boots may have been from the Sorceress. I don't know where these boots came from. These are not the normal Teela boots. Maybe they are. I guess I changed her boots. So as you guys know, I have 2 Teelas. And I have that because this is the Magic Teela and this is the Warrior Teela. And so I gave her the boots from the green Snake Teela to make it look a little different. I wanted to kind of mix it up a little bit. And of course, 2 different heads, 2 different armors. I give her the snake armor and the staff. And there it is. There we go. Now, of course, the Teela I'm talking about for the top 11 is going to be the Warrior Teela. But I also have the Snake Teela, too, just kind of hanging around. There we go. I'm sorry, this is not the Snake Teela. This is the green Teela. She's not snake at all. It's like, wait a minute. It's not the Snake Teela. And so when she powers up, she turns green. Boop, 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 boop. So these are the same Teela. Non-powered, powered, ready for battle, ready for whatever. So they are literally the same person. But this Teela is a different person. So she is in my top 11. All right. So there we have the top 4 of the top 11. And next we have Man-at-Arms. Now I've gone through a lot of Man-at-Arms. Many Man-at-Arms figures to get just the right one. This one right here is from the special 5-pack we got. Lords of Power. And I like this one because of the ruffles on the outside. The helmet's kind of cool. Has a larger mace, and I like the green. But hold on a second. Nope, wrong box. This was my previous Man-at-Arms that I had, because this was more like my toy as a kid, because he has the non-mustached head. The green matches the same green, and the belt matches the same belt that I had as a kid. So I actually used this one for a very long time until I opened up the Lords of Power version. And this is actually the Snake Infiltrator body, because it's the right color of green. The other green's too bright that they normally are released with. So I did customize him. He's not been customized at all. He's just straight out of the box as is. And signs I debate which one I'm going to use out of these 2. But today it's this Man-at-Arms right there. So I will set him right there. All right. So next up, and these are in no particular order, is Beast-Man. Beast-Man. Dun, 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 dun. Now, Beast-Man, as you guys know, he's one of the last ones I got because I thought he was a clown for a long time. And he's gone through some customization. I've pulled pieces from other Beastmen. In fact, his armor is actually from the samurai-looking Beastman. And I liked it better because the blue is nice and solid in there. Instead of being... You know what? Maybe it's not. This was the one from the samurai Beastman. I don't know anymore. I've changed them so many times. For a while I had this one. I know I had one that was all kind of blurry in there. I don't know which one's which, but anyway, this is my Beastman now. And as you know, his main weapon is a whip. Where is that whip? Indy, throw me the whip. do I not have his whip in the box? But even though his whip is his main weapon, as you guys know, I like to give him a battle axe. Oh, because that's what he has on the battle ram box, and a silver shield, because that's what he also has in the battle ram box, is an axe and a shield. So even though the whip is his main thing, I only use that when he's doing the animal taming stuff. When he's out in battle, he grabs himself a real weapon. He gets himself a battle axe and a shield. So there is my Beastman. Na. All right. So next up on my top 11, if he'll stand. There we go. Is Ram-Man. Dun, 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 dun. Now he's got this cool popping feature. And the idea is that he rams people with his head. Now this Ram-Man's been altered. His arms are actually the arms of Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant! And I did that because the box art always had this really muscular looking Ram-Man with big old muscle arms. And the arms they gave us are kind of like doughy arms of, you know, like an old wrestler that's been out of work for a while. And his main weapon is this axe. Now he did come with a different axe as well that hooks on the bottom. I'm not a fan of that. I just want his regular ordinary axe. So here is my Ram-Man. All right. So now, next up is... Where is your sword? There it is. Next up is Mer-Man, and he has his sword. Now this right here, I've gone through lots of iterations of Mer-Man and ended up with this one. This is from the Lords of Power pack as well, and I just love this Mer-Man. I like his little bubbles on his shorts. It's so cool and all the things. This is just like how he should have looked originally from the box art. Now, he does have multiple swords. This is a sword my first Mer-Man came with, but I am just loving this figure. Now, he's kind of a bluish green instead of green, but still, he is really, really, really cool. All right, let's go ahead and set him over there. And let's see, my next Lord of Power, or not a Lord of Power, my next on my top 5 is, I'm going to actually pick out another bad guy because I'm going to have more bad guys and good guys here. So the next one is Tri-Klops. Tri-Klops. Now Tri-Klops is totally cool in that he's also a sword master, so he has the same power that Blade has. Sword master! And he's also can see everything. So even though his eyes rotate and it looks like he is a Cyclops one eye at a time, he is actually a Tri-Klops and can see from all angles at once. Now each eye has his own special ability. So I made a video one time showing exactly what Tri-Klops sees. And he is pretty cool. I used to pretend like his eyes were his level of angriness. Here he is kind of calm. Here he is getting a little madder. And here he is super angry. It's my angry eye. And this is the eye that would have the optical blast too, I'd pretend like. So, and this eye is the eye that could see in the dark. So that's kind of the fun stuff I used to do. So if you get a chance, I will put a link to what Tri-Klops sees in this video, so you guys can check that out. All right, let me set him way down there. And I am running out of room on my camera field here. Okay, next good guy is this guy here, and that is Manny Faces. Now, Manny Faces has gone through a lot of customization, as you can tell. I swapped out the head inside here, because his body is the one that has that weird transition head in the middle that, let's see if I got it in here. Is this it? Yes, here it is. This is the head that was in there originally. And you can see the weird transition head. It's not really a robot. It's the in-between picture they show, and it's supposed to be like a flash of light coming out. But anyway, I liked to have the original robot head in there. So I carefully pulled them apart and did that. I like the flesh tones better of that particular figure, but it had blue on here. So I used the Filmation legs in order to give us the skin tone right there where it connects. So this is my Manny faces. Manny! And we'll go ahead and put him over here. And that is the end of the lineup of the good guys. And we have one bad guy left. You've already guessed who it is. It is Trapjaw. No. Trapjaw. And Trapjaw, he is really cool. And he, to me, is one of the guys that says masters the universe the most out of almost any other figure. In that he, where is his other weapon? Oh, I got a whole box of weapons here. Where's this other weapon at? What the heck? Anyway, so, what's fun about this character is he, can change his arm out. Now, he's gone through a lot of transformations. You'll notice his body is not the original body he came with. In fact, this body is actually from the Kronis pack, 2-pack. And I did that because I love the fact that it has 3 more spots to store weapons on it. That's so cool. And it's removable. The other one is not. The head is actually the Filmation head. I sanded the chin down to not be quite as big. It's still big, but not as big as the original head was on it. And I don't know where the legs were from, if they were from the original Trapjaw or from the 2-pack pack. And in here, I have a whole plethora of Trapjaw accessories. Because remember, his master is, he is a master of weapons. And so I can pull these out and put on like a sword. Shink. I can put on this piece here, which was used in the cartoon for 2 different things. It was used as a fire extinguisher, and it was used as a jet engine so it could fly. But Filmation used the exact same cell for both the jet engine and the fire extinguisher, so I only made one object. But check it out, I put little fan blades in there. Look at that. Oh, so cool. And it was very angled like this on the cartoon, so I mimicked that on the design. But look how cool that is. And then my favorite ones is this thing called the dropper, and it was used in the cartoon. Now I did change it a little bit to match what I want to do with it. And this dropper, it basically has a hook on the end. And then I have a little crank right here. As I crank it, I can lift things up. Oh, I move my arm out of the way. So you can actually have an operating dropper. And in it, I think he lifts Mer-Man up in the cartoon and he drops him accidentally, which is funny. He calls it the dropper when it's supposed to be some kind of hoist. But anyway, Filmation and their fun stuff. And then I have the Fly Swatter. I can get it out of there. Here's one of the Fly Swatters. Swap, swap. You can see right through that Fly Swatter. Look at that. Focus. There it is. And I have another Fly Swatter too. And this is... They're both the same. I thought one was the official one, as one's the one that I made. But I think they're both the ones I made. Because this one has a little bit different paint job on it, so I don't know. All right, then he has this claw. It doesn't open or close. Wow, I thought it did. Yep. And then, oh yeah, I have 2 of these, because obviously one is the jet and one is the fire extinguisher. And then I have other weapons from other packs of figures and stuff. And we have his hook. And we have this little claw. Bop, bop, bop. So he is all specced out with all this cool gear. Anyway. So cool. Of course, my favorite one, as you guys know already, is... Where'd it go? There it is. This one right here. Oh, it is so cool. I remember seeing it in the cartoon thinking, what the heck, Mattel, you gotta make that. Actually, I didn't call it Mattel back then. I just said, what the heck, they gotta make that as a toy. because that is such a cool weapon. Now, it almost looks like Chewbacca's gun if you turn it this way, but this is the way it goes in the cartoon. And these things have a blast. These things have electricity, and then all of a sudden, it shoots out a blast in the middle. It's very cool the way it prepares to work. All right, so my favorite accessories are the one I made here. Of course, the one I made here, the dropper. And I also like just the regular, ordinary gun. And the hook can be fun, because then you can slide down ropes and stuff and do fun things like that. All right, there we go. He is set. I will go and set him up over here. Put your arm down, man, so you can fit. And there we go. There are my top 11 Masters of the Universe figures. So we got He-Man and Skeletor, Teela, Evil-Lyn, Beast-Man, Man-at-Arms, Ram-Man, the fish guy, what is his name? Mer-Man, Tri-Klops. Then we have Many-Faces and Ram-Man, and over here we have Trapjaw, and I probably lost track of who's who, but there you go. Those are my favorite top 11 of Masters of the Universe. And when I think Masters of the Universe, these are the guys I think of first, right off the bat. Oh, so cool. So cool. Oh, stand. Oh. Anyway, it's time to end the video anyway. So let me go ahead and grab He-Man and have him say what they say in the 1987 movie. There we go. Good journey. Bye now.
If you found enjoyment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do it!